At the kingdom's gates, Alaric and Lira shared one last glance before parting ways, his fingers brushing hers in silent promise. The air hummed with tension as Lira vanished into the crowd, her barbarian guards disguised as common folk, while Alaric slipped into the forest shadows toward his secret passage. The tunnels beneath the castle were cold and dark, but Alaric moved with purpose, his heart pounding not from fear, but from the thought of her, Lira, out there stirring the people's anger against the oligarch's tyranny. As he emerged into his old chambers, the distant roar of the mob reached his ears. He rushed to the window, and his breath caught. The square below teemed with people, their torches like a river of fire. At their center stood Lira, her voice ringing clear above the chaos, her words igniting the crowd's fury. She was magnificent, a storm wrapped in peasant's cloth, fighting for their future. Alaric turned toward the throne room. The crown awaited. But as his fingers grazed the royal diadem, a blade flashed in the dim light. "Well, well, Prince," came Lord Varen's venomous voice. "This will be your last mistake. I'll gut you like I did your father." Alaric barely dodged the knife, rolling across the floor as Varen lunged again. With a desperate leap, Alaric seized the crown and placed it upon his head. "No one is here to take your orders, your majesty," Varen sneered. But then, footsteps. The barbarian guards, now clad in stolen armor, burst into the hall. At Alaric's command, they seized Varen, but the cunning lord fought back, recognizing their foreign movements. The struggle was brief, brutal. When it ended, Varen lay still, his reign of treachery over. For a terrible moment, the kingdom held its breath. Had barbarians conquered them? Then Alaric stepped onto the balcony, his father's cloak billowing behind him, the crown glinting in the sun. A deafening cheer erupted. Peace was declared. Weeks later, the castle gardens bloomed as never before, petals scattering like blessings upon the path where King Alaric knelt before Lira, the love of his life. "Will you be my queen?" he asked, his voice raw with emotion. Lira's laughter was sunlight breaking through storm clouds. Their wedding day dawned golden. As they stood before the people, Alaric proclaimed new laws: fair wages, abolished slavery, rights for all. The barbarians, once hunted, now stood as equals in the crowd, their scars no longer marks of shame but of survival. And when Alaric stood with his queen, the people cheered not for a royal union, but for them, the prince who chose justice over power, the peasant who taught a kingdom to hope. Years would pass, children would be born, and the tale of Alaric and Lira would be told in every hearth and hall, a story of love that didn't just bridge worlds, but remade them. For in the end, the greatest revolution had not been won in battle, but in the quiet moment a king and queen shared a loaf of bread, remembering the market stall where it all began.